happening? Yeah, man, this is the third lie part two, or the third lie, deeper revelations. All right, more examples of the third lie. The third life is when you take things by force. You know what I'm saying? Like the art of war, I think it has an alternate title. Is I think it's something about the art of using forces or something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? Also, let me think of another example of this. When we're on the, not like the Force, even though the Force from like Star Wars could be connected to this subject of forces, okay, or taking things by force, aka the third life, deeper revelation. Uh, think in Daniel it says, that there's gonna come a time where they'll worship this strange god, this god of forces. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you use it in the sense that Sun Tzu in the Art of War used it, forces, because he even uses it like that, forces. He never says the god of forces, but you could think it means tactics or strategies. Like when they say the wiles of the devil, that means tactics or strategies. Uh, so in some aspects, you can see the pure evilness as a strategist or a tactician. It truly is a chess game, like a supernatural chess game out here. But the third life, that's why knowing what the third life is so crucial. Okay, like here's another example of the third life. It's back down south, back in the day when they used to kill people. The KKK would kill people, get away with it because of racial issues. That's the third lie. You know what I'm saying? How the COINTELPRO set up Leonard Peltier and won't let him out of prison. That's the third lie. You know what I'm saying? uh, I mean, the third lie just goes on and on and on. A false flag attack. That's the third lie. I mean, that's a real ugly, nasty uh, part of the third lie. Uh, the assassination of Martin Luther King, the assassination of Kennedy, that is the third lie. That's the ugly, brutal third lie. You know what I'm saying? When you say, hey man, there's weapons of mass destruction in this place, and then you go and there isn't any, that's the third lie. When you say this dude did something, but he's already dead from kidney failure, and you tell people that he's not, that's the third lie. This is that's using force. I mean, whether it's a forceful act, like just because you didn't hold no gun to no one's head, doesn't mean you're not using force. You're using psychological and emotional forces and lie force to influence the way people think and act. And then lump people together and then quickly cut off a bunch of people and like basically blame them. We're gonna blame these other people, but you set it all up, man. That's using force as well, man, and that's the third lie. That's why I say fuck the third lie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, look, I read that book about Machiavelli too. That's the third lie, and it's just nasty. It's no good. There's nothing good that comes from it. I think. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. I think even in the art of war, which is the art of the third lie. He says the war is no good. Like rarely does any good ever come from war, so it should be the last thing that anyone ever does. Because basically, all the weapons get used, all the people die, and then there's no food, and then you spend all your money to buy shit to move your armies around, basically, and then it's just a big long. It's like you go from enlightenment back to the dark age again, and I think they're trying to do this intentionally. They want a mini dark age so they can reset history, and just the third lie will be the law of the land, which is lawlessness, basically, dude. Just it's scary and crazy, and this is a lot of speculation and theory, but This is what I'm observing out here, man. There's a whole lot of thug life. All right, like for instance, when people purposefully crash the economy and sell all their stocks, but then all these people who are not privy to what these people are doing, and then they crash it, and then they come back in and buy it up for pennies on the dollar, and then fucking do the cycle again. I mean, that's the thug life. And now you see all these motherfuckers that work in that industry just disappearing, just getting, getting suicided. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is really going on. People be getting suicided, and no one cares. No one cares. I mean, listen, running around, chasing around Edward Snowden because he told us the truth about the bullshit they're doing. And I mean, and then that dispels a lot of that cognitive dissonance. If you will just look at that and take that into consideration, like, let it sink in a little bit and be like, whoa, what are the implications of this? And then now you'll see why he's just a whistleblower. I think whistleblowers are good people. That these people still have, there's still hope as long as there's some people that will know when to blow the whistle on bullshit crap, on the thug life. That's what it is. See, Edward Snowden realized, he was like, damn, man, all this bullshit we're doing for because they're lying. Man, I didn't sign up for this shit to live the thug life. I thought I'm doing this shit to stop the thug life. But look, I am the thug life. And that motherfucker had a revelation. He had an awakening. He had or whatever, man. I mean, maybe not. Maybe there's another strategic element to this externalization of the hierarchy. Basically, I don't know. So, look. But that was a nice thought there for a second. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, this is what the same inspiration that should inspire people to, you know what I'm saying? Let it be known. You know what I'm saying? There's a time to gain, you know, your stuff up, and then there's a time to let it be known. Let it go. Release it. You know what I'm saying? Let people get a chance to digest it for a while. Then in the next season, we'll have more to discuss because we'll have time to let it sink in or even go look into it further. Had time to ponder. You know what I'm saying? Just you gotta watch out for that thug life. That thug life is everything that is wrong with this society and this world. It's that corporatist, fascist thug life. That, you know, it's like either you get down or lay down. You know what I'm saying? That's the thug life. It's like either you're with me or you're against me, and I'm going to destroy you and take all your stuff. That's the thug life. That is the forces. That the God of that force right there isn't a good God. That's the Lord of the earth, and that's the devil. You know what I'm saying? Basically, that's the true force behind what inspires these greedy people, forceful, dominator, out for self, social Darwinistic, crazy Nazi-ish ideological, you know what I'm saying, eco-fascist, micromanagerial, you know what I'm saying? Look, I could go on and on and on about that, but that's what the thug life is. The thug life is exploitation and oppression, and when that's also the thug life. There is that element to when people do it to themselves, but there's another element to it. It's where when it's being fostered and even promoted and done on purpose, man. It's just deeper levels to the thug life. That's why I call this deeper revelations. Alright, though. I'll get back with you on something else later on, man.